Hello, friends. Let's continue with our discussion on introduction to computers. Today, we have a few things that we have to take a quick note of. Let's start with computer mouse. Computer mouse. It's one of the components of a PC or a computer that you have to know how to use very well. So the mouse, controls what you call the cursor. So you see on my screen, this arrow here is what we call the cursor. So we have different shapes of a cursor. So just over here, you see we have different shapes. So your computer might use one of these symbols as a cursor, and the cursor is controlled by the mouse, the computer mouse. So I said the other time, when you want to execute any task, you have to move the mouse to the place where you want to execute the task. For example, inside this page, I have opened a Microsoft Word document. So if I want to go to insert, I have to, move to insert with this cursor, and it is controlled by the mouse. I can go to page layout. I'm sure you can see when you click references. So you can go anywhere. If I want this screen to go down to the taskbar, I can minimize it here, and it goes back to the taskbar. So now I can see the desktop, the desktop. So if I want it back, I just come here down here and click. So the mouse actually will be like the wheel, that drives every task that you are doing on your computer. Okay, and then as I said, as you move the mouse, you will see a symbol like one of these, which we call the cursor. So they are just connected or one and the same thing. So let's see. This is a typical mouse. This mouse, normally we connect it to the desktop PC, but you can still connect it to your laptop if you want. You see, it is partitioned into two main parts, the left side and the right side. Okay, so when you are reading a computer notes and you see click, now the default clicking or the automatic clicking is to press the left button. Okay, so when we say click, we are referring to left click. That is the normal and the very common kind of opening a document. Okay, but anytime you want you to use the right one, which is called right click, then we are going to be specific. Okay, so once you are reading a note and they say right click, then you know it is the right side they are talking about. Otherwise, when they say click, then you have to remember that they are talking about the left side. So click is aligned to the left click. Okay, that is for the normal mouse. But when you come to the laptop, the mouse may look like this. It's a touchpad. It may look like this. So you don't see the partition well for this one. But once you click the left side, the upper part here, or the lower part, it doesn't matter. Once you click on the left side, then that is the left click. If you click on the right side, that is right click. And the middle here can be also connected to the left click. When you click the middle, it is seen as the left click. Okay, but some other laptops, they do the partition for you. You see here we have three chambers. The left one is for left click, the right one is for right click, obviously. Then the middle one also works the same role as the left click. Okay, now the middle one is very big, you can see, because most of the clicking we do is the left click, so that you don't have to struggle to look at where your right side is or where your left side is. So once you press anywhere in the middle portion, the computer interprets it as left click, which is the normal click, as I said earlier. So if I want left click or the normal click, I click either in the middle here or on the left button. The only time I may use the right is if we are specific about that and we say do right click, then you know you are going for the right side. So this is the computer mouse, very important. And then this is how you'll be able to track the movement of your mouse, which we call the cursor. Okay, so that's one thing we have to know. Then the keyboard is something that we'll be working with from scratch, right from the beginning. We have to know how to use the keyboard. Okay, so the keyboard, we have symbols, letters, numbers. Okay, so that's your keyboard. But to begin with, Okay, I think we will revisit this when we start with typing in Microsoft Word. But this long space here, we call it the space bar. But then it may not be relevant for now. This place is called enter. But when we get to the place or the moment where we need to use these things, then we will come back to it so that it will make more sense. Otherwise, for now, it will not make any sense to you. Then let's go to another device that we use a lot, which is called the USB flash drive. Some people just call it USB in brief, and then others call it memory stick. Memory stick. Okay, so the USB or the flash drive or memory stick, it doesn't matter how you want to call it. I'm sure we all have seen it before. So it looks like either the picture on the left side or the picture on the right side. Then if you want to insert it, some people may ask, where do I fix it? You check on your computer. Sometimes you see, a slot like this. And this is the symbol for the USB. Okay, you see this symbol here. Once you see that symbol, you know that is the slot for USB. So for a laptop, it's usually on the right side or on the left side. And then for a desktop on the tower, you might see it in front of the tower or maybe at the back of the tower. So you can put it in any of these slots. Okay, so that's the USB. That's the USB. Then we go to another component that we use often in computers, which is called the CD-ROM. The CD-ROM. Okay, now CD-ROM may contain data about maybe your music or your video or any information. Okay, so if I have anything that I have on my CD, okay, sorry, the CD, we play CDs with the CD-ROM. So the CD-ROM is the device for playing. Sorry. Okay, so if I want to play maybe a video from a CD, then I need a computer with a CD-ROM. So this is the picture of the CD-ROM. You can see over here. If I want to open the CD-ROM, I just click on this, small rectangle here. You click on this button and it will open. It's another CD-ROM here. So here is two of them. Okay, so just click and it will open as what we see on the right side. This is the desktop PC. Once it opens, you put your CD. Now, if you put your CD, let's see what happens. Okay, I have put my CD. Okay, mine, I have inserted it. So where do you get to see this CD or the CD-ROM? So you go to the File Explorer. Okay, you see it has popped on the screen that select what happens with your audio CD. It's an audio CD. Okay, once I click here, it's going to open for me, but I don't want to open it from here. Let's come here. We come to this yellow button here, which is the File Explorer. We spoke about it the other time. Just click once on it. When I say click, I'm saying click on the left side of your mouse, which is the normal click. Okay, so just click, which is the left side of your mouse. Okay, so it opens here. When you want to open anything on the taskbar, which is this long stretch rectangular array, anything here, you just press one time. But we have some other files, when you're opening, you have to press two times. But on this side here, you just press once and it will open. So look at this on the left side. Okay, we have so many items, but what we are interested in is to go for this PC. Though I can pick the CD-ROM right away from this side here, but I want us to go through the general process so that it will be easier for you. So let's go to this PC, which is sometimes called my computer or just computer. Okay, so we click on this PC. It always has the computer symbol next to it, so it opens. So these are the components or the things we find in this PC. Let's go down a little bit. Now you see that's my CD, and you can see clearly it's indicating here that it's an audio CD. Sometimes the name of the CD can even appear here. Okay, so if I want to play this, we have many ways, but for a start, we can right click on your mouse. So this thing pops up. Then you go up to play. You just click. Don't forget, when we say click, it means you are doing left click or you are clicking in the middle. Okay, so you just click and then you just wait for the CD to open, because this is an audio CD. It will start playing, so you can hear from the background. It's playing already. Let me increase the volume. You understand? So that is how to access our CD. Okay, so let me just close this one here. Let me just close it. So Once you insert your CD inside your CD-ROM, this is where you can find your CD. You just click on the File Explorer, then you come to this PC, and then you'll be able to locate your CD. Now look at this CD here. I'm going to eject it. We have many ways of ejecting it. You can go back and click on this same button. You see, this same button that we clicked for the CD-ROM to open. You can click on it, and the CD will come out, okay? Or you can just come to this place here inside this PC, then you right click on this thing. When you right click, look for eject from the list, okay? We did right clicking, I repeat, then you look for eject. So click on eject. So it's gonna look at it here. You see, it has changed to the normal face, okay? So when the CD-ROM is empty, this is how it looks like, okay? You see, it says DVD RW writable drive D. It's empty. Now watch again. I'm going to insert the CD inside the ROM, and you see that this thing is going to change again. So just watch it. Watch. Okay, just for a second. It's still loading. It's still loading. It's still loading. Let's see. There we go. There we go. You see that it has changed now to audio CD. The appearance wasn't like this before, and even this side here, it wasn't like this. But the moment we remove it, you will see that it will go back to the normal state. So let's eject it again. We will right click on it and click eject. So you will see it's gonna change. It's gonna change here. You will see now, yes. So here it is empty. There is nothing inside. There is nothing inside. Okay, so that's about the CD-ROM. So let's go back to our work. So we have the CD-ROM. For the laptop, it looks like this here. It's on the side, mostly on the right side and on the left side. These days, not all the laptops actually have the CD-ROM component. Okay, some of them you have to use an external ROM. So basically, these are very important places or important parts of your PC that you have to be familiar with, because we use them every moment, every time, every now and then. Frequently, we use these things. Your mouse, you can never operate your PC without the mouse. So I come back here. So just take your time, go over the video. Whether you are using a laptop or you are using a desktop PC, you shouldn't struggle with the usage of the mouse. And the mouse, as I said, you are able to locate it in the form of a cursor. Once you move the mouse, you see a cursor. Then that's your keyboard. We use it for typing and taking other commands. And then we have the USB flash drive where we store data on it. You can put your files, your videos, your music, anything you want to put, and then insert it into your PC. This is how we insert it, and then you play. Then we also have data on your CD, and you can only play your CD via your CD-ROM. So that's the first part of today's lesson. Let's continue to take some commands. Okay. Now, before we continue, you see this whole thing that you see here. We call it window. Okay, anything that you open that pops up on your screen, we call it window. So this window, let's say if I'm not finished with what I'm doing, I can click on this minus sign here, which we call minimize. Once I click on the minus sign, okay, it goes straight to the taskbar. I showed you the taskbar always shows all active tasks that we are doing. So you can see, let me move the cursor up a little bit. You could see a difference here. Here there is a shadow, meaning it's active. So once I put on it, you see that it pops up to show me the content. When I go to the one on the right, which is Excel, it doesn't pop up because there is no shadow. It means that one is not active. Okay, so anytime we minimize a window, it just goes to the taskbar. It's not closed, but it's just hides there, so that whenever we want it, we just click and it comes back. You see, so I believe you can count how many active tasks I am having here right now from the taskbar. The yellow one, which is File Explorer. We have this one here, which is Chrome. The other time I made a mistake when I was saying Chrome, I said the Mozilla Firefox. This is Chrome, it's active. Let's go here. This is Microsoft Word, it's active. And there is a software I'm using for this recording, which is also active. Okay, so Basically, that is minimized. So if I want to go back to the Microsoft Word, I go there and I click. I hope you still remember click means I'm doing normal click or left click. Okay, so that is minimize. And then the next one here is called restore. Okay, now the restore makes this size looks a bit smaller than it is. When I click here, you see it makes it a bit smaller. And what is nice about this thing here is that we can adjust it to a size that we want. Okay, when we go to the edge, it's like the right edge. Okay, move your cursor. As you move your cursor, you see this symbol like this horizontal line with arrows on the left and on the right. Once you see that, stop, hold it on the left side of the mouse. Okay, use your thumb. Don't release your thumb. So you just press the left side of the mouse. Then the other finger can move it inwards, you see, to size it, or you can move it outwards. So you can adjust the size of this. The same way I can go to the bottom side, okay, until I see this symbol with both arrows, top and bottom. I press the left side of the mouse. I don't release my thumb, and I can adjust this one as well. Then I can do it on the top side and on the right side. I can also drag. Drag basically means I can move this one to a different location. Okay, on the top side here, only on the top side here. So on the top side, see where my cursor is, I can press on the left side of the mouse, then I start rolling with my other finger. Okay, so this is what we call dragging. Then let's say if we are done with this, okay, let's see if I want it to fill the whole space. I click on maximize, then it fills the whole space again for me. And then you see this content, we will talk about it, but basically there are some information hiding below. So if I want to get access to all those information, you see this thing here, I just click down here. As you click, you see it keeps on rolling so that I see all the details that are going, that are hiding below. I can click up here, then it takes me up, or I can just hold on the left side on this thing here, and then I slide it, the way I want it. Okay, so if we are done, the last thing is to just close the program or the window. We close it here on the X, symbol, on the X symbol. As you put it on it, you see that it indicates a red color, meaning it's active. You can just close it. So this document I'm using is Microsoft Word. Later, we will learn all the features in Microsoft Word. If you are working in school or in office, you should know how to use this effectively. Use it to do all kinds of official documents, to do all forms of designs, and so on and so forth. So we are done with this part. Let me close this one here. Okay, now when you are closing, mostly the computer is designed such that it will give you, or it will communicate with you to ask you, are you sure you really want to close this? Have you saved your work or you haven't saved it? So they are asking me, do you want to save changes you made? If I really want to save it, I click save. If I'm okay and everything is fine, I just say don't save because I've already saved it in the previous time. Okay, so let's come back to our desktop. Okay, the next thing I want to show you is how to open a file or a folder. How to open a file or a folder. Also on the desktop, I can drag some of the files, okay? Like this one here said intro to computer. I can press it on the left side of the mouse and use my other hand to move it to any position that I want. Then I release both hands or both fingers, okay? You just press on the left side of the mouse, then the other finger will just move it to a location you want. Once you are there, release both fingers from the mouse. Okay, we call it dragging. You can drag it to any place you want. Okay, so I want to show you how to open a file. All these things are called files, all these things we see. And then the folders are the yellow ones, the yellow pictures that you see. They are folders. What do we use a folder for? Basically, we keep files of similar items inside a folder. For example, if I have a bunch of videos, I can create a folder and put all the videos inside that particular folder. If I have work-related document, I can put all my work document in a particular folder and give it a unique name, right? I can put all my music in one folder. So it helps you to sort out your work. Okay, so a folder is just a storage space, okay, or a bag where we put items that have similar nature into. Okay, how do you open it? If it's here on the desktop or inside document or any other place, apart from the taskbar, one of the ways of opening a folder or a file is to double click. Double click means you click on the left side of your mouse continuously 2 times, but very fast. You don't leave a space. So it goes like, very sharp. So you click 2 times. If you wait, you leave an interval between the first and the second click, it will not open. Okay. So let me close it and do it again. So we just press 2 times, but continuous, right? That is one way of opening any file. Here we double click. Another easier way to open is to right click on the file. First, you use your cursor or the mouse, you go to where the file is, you stand on it, and then you right click on that folder or that file. Then you see the list of options. The first one is what? Open. So open, just click. Click means normal click or left click. So you click and then here we go. So it opens. Once the window of that file opens, you will see on top here the name of that particular file, the name of that particular file. This is Intro to Computers. So you see that. So let me close it. So opening a file is very easy and very simple. Okay, let's try one last time. I come to here, I have customers. Okay, so if I want to open, it's either I double click or I right click on it and then I select open, meaning I do a normal click, which is the same as left click, and then wait for it to open for me. So that's it for opening of any file at all. Okay, then let's look at how to make a folder. I did explain to you what a folder is used for, okay, for storing files of similar items. Okay, it's very simple. You just step here in an empty space anywhere you want to make the folder, whether on your desktop, inside document, in music, wherever. Make sure you are not standing on another file. Okay, don't go to another file, but step outside like where I am right now. Then you right click from your mouse, you right click in the list, go down to new. The new has an arrow. Go to the arrow, it's pointing to the right side. Just move along it, then you see this folder here. Once you get to the folder, just click, which is a normal click. Just click and it will create the folder for you. As simple as that. So this folder, you have to give it a name, okay? Let's say we will call it activity 1. So on your keyboard, we spoke about the keyboard. Let me now go to the keyboard quickly. Where is it? Just give me a second. Okay, this is my keyboard. Where is it? Okay. I want us to see one or two features on the keyboard so that it will be easier to operate. So let's go to our keyboard. So our keyboard, we have here A, S, D, F, the common, letters, then G, H, J, K, L. So that's our keyboard. Then we have other letters Q, W, E, R, and so on. We have Z, X, C, and so on. Okay. Then this is a space bar. If you want to leave a space between two words, you press here, it leaves a space. Okay. Then this is for making capital letters. We call it caps lock. Okay. We call it caps lock. Okay. So once you click it, everything you type here will be a capital letter or an uppercase letter. Then if I want to go back to small letters, I click on it again. Then I go back to small or lowercase letters. Okay, so basically that is the way forward. Later we will do other ways of getting your capital and your lower case when we are doing proper typing. Okay, so let's go back to the work. Where are we? Okay, it was this one that I was making, but it's fine. Let me create another one. We said you step in an empty space, do a right click, then you follow it down to new, follow the arrow to the right. Then you see my folder is up there. I'm looking for folder, so don't click. If you are using a laptop, the mouse is very sensitive, so make sure you don't press firmly. So I go to folder and I just click once, which is left click. Then it creates a folder. You may see this blue thing here. It means type a name for it, type a name for it. Okay, so let's call it activity 1. So we do caps lock A, then I can remove the caps lock to smaller letter, activity. Then I want to leave a space, so let me show you. I want to leave a space, so I'll use this space bar, this button here. It leaves a space for us. So, oh, okay, no, it's fine. It's fine, but I'll fix it for you. There is something else I was planning to show you later. So we were here, okay? So you just click on that long bar, which is a space bar. Then I put my one. Okay. So once you are done, use your mouse and click outside. That's it. Or click on enter from your keyboard in case you have forgotten about enter. Let's go back here. This button here is called enter. Okay, it has an arrow going to the left side. It has a horizontal arrow going to that's your enter. Okay, it will always have this symbol. So just click on it once and then you are done. Okay, or you just click outside. So let me show you how it was before. We were like this. Okay, so it is in the typing mode. So we click enter from the keyboard. Then that's our folder, activity one. So I believe you can try a few folders. I'm dragging it. We said drag to hold that file by the left side of the mouse and then you move it up. So I place activity one here. I believe it's so simple to do. Let's create another folder. So we repeat the process, right click, then we go to new, then folder, we click. Then we start typing. Don't do anything. Once you see this blue thing, it means just type a name. So we'll do activity 2, then enter again. Okay, so I'll drag it and put it here. I'll do about 4 of them. Right click, new folder. So we have activity 3. Okay, let me drag it up. I'm about to do the 4th one, okay? The 4th one, I'll use this opportunity to show you renaming. Let's say this other folder here, okay? I want to change the name and make it activity what? 4. So to change it, we have several ways. But I think one easier way for a beginner so that you can remember is that just put your cursor here where the name is, right click. In the list, you will see rename. You go down to the bottom slowly, don't press anything. You go there, you can see rename here. Just click. Always remember when we say click, we are talking about the left side of your mouse, okay? So you just click. So once you click, it shows you this blue thing here. Once you see this blue color, it means type a name that you want. Don't do anything, just start typing. You don't even have to delete this, you will waste your time, okay? So by the way, okay, we'll talk about it later. So I will just type activity 4. Then we are done. So this is how we can create our own folders where later we'll be putting in, similar items. Okay, if you are a student, maybe you are studying mathematics, so all work related to mathematics, you can keep it inside this folder. Okay, so that's quite simple. So our next thing is to show you how to delete a file. How to delete a file. Okay, deleting is also quite simple. Let me create a fifth one. Create a fifth folder. Okay, and call it activity 5. Okay, so this is my fifth folder. Let's say I want to delete this file. To delete, just put your cursor on the file that you want to delete, like you can see here. Right click on the file and select delete from the list. So this is delete. You click delete and it will delete for you. But sometimes the computer will ask you first to confirm whether you are deleting the file intentionally or it was by mistake. So it says, are you sure that you want to move this folder to the recycle bin? Now, recycle bin is a place where all deleted files go to. So anytime you delete something, maybe by accident, the first place you have to go is to check your recycle bin, because all things that you delete will first go to the recycle bin for some time, and maybe eventually they are deleted permanently depending on the setting of your PC. So I'll just click yes, I want to delete it. So it's gone. Let's say I want to delete this also. I right click on it and I go to delete. Then I say what? Yes. If I want to delete this, I right click, I go to delete and I say yes. So that's how simple it is to delete any file that you don't want. But as I said, when you delete, it goes straight to the recycle bin. So let's say it's a work, very sensitive data or file that you deleted, you don't want anyone to have access to ever. Then once you delete from here, you don't have to say it is done. Know that any computer user can go to the recycle bin and track that file. So you must come here to the recycle bin here. Okay, then let's open it. Remember, we said to open a file, you must either double click on it or you right click, then you select open. So let me use right click and then open. Okay, I don't know what's happening here. Now the computer is freezing. I don't know what's the problem. Just sorry for that. Give me a moment. Something is going wrong here. Uh, Something is going wrong. Okay. Well, let me see if it will be restored. Okay, good. It's okay now. Normally, when your computer start behaving like that, when it starts freezing, okay, one of the things we do is you come to your screen like this, your desktop, then you right click, then you click on this here, refresh. You do it a number of times. You right click, then you click refresh. Right click, you go and then you click. Click means left click. So you do that for a few number of times, then it will become more stable. It become more stable. So I hope you take notice of that. So let's come back here. I was right clicking, then I wanted to click open. So you just click open. So it will open the recycle bin. So there are so many things here that I have deleted. Okay. But you see that they are still waiting here in the recycle bin. So many of them. Okay. So many of them. They are all waiting in the recycle bin. Okay. So I want to look for those folders that we deleted. What were the names? Let's go and check. They were activity 1, activity 3, 4, 5, and so on. Okay, so let's go back and get them. I think we have to go to A, where A is. Okay, let's see. You want to search for those activities. I can see them, but I hope we get to see them. Yeah, here they are. So these are the items that we deleted, okay, from desktop. So let's say we want to have them back, which is called restore. To restore, you just go to the file or the folder, you right click, then you see this option restore. But if I want to delete it permanently, I click delete. So once I click this second delete, it will permanently delete this item or this file so that no one can have access to it or track it. But now I want it to go back to the place that we deleted this same folder from. Remember, we deleted it from desktop. So once I click restore, it will go back to desktop. So activity 3 has been restored. We'll go and check it. Activity 4, we want to restore it. It will go back to desktop. But for activity 5, we want to permanently delete it. So let's click on delete. So it will ask you, are you sure that you want to permanently delete this folder? We say yes. That is the decision we want to take. So you see that it's gone. It's gone from here. It's gone from here. So let's minimize this, or let's close it. I don't think I will come back here. I close this one, then I come and check. Though you don't see the activity 3 and 4 here, but take your time and search from this side. You could see that activity 3 is hiding somewhere there. I bring it back. Activity 4 is also hiding somewhere here. So this is how we can restore deleted items, from the recycle bin. And maybe the last thing I'll be discussing with you today is copy and paste. Okay, you want to put maybe certain files inside a particular folder, or you want to copy some item from one location into the other location. Okay, how are you going to do that? Oh, where is my USB? I don't have it here, but okay, let's do this one for now. Okay, if I want to copy and paste, for example, I want to copy this activity 4, okay, and put it inside activity 1. I want to copy activity 2 and put it inside there. So basically, I want to copy activity 2, 3, and 4 and paste them inside activity 3. So to copy, you right click on the file that you want to copy. In the list, just select copy. Then you go to where you want to paste or insert it. So I go to this activity one. On it I right click and I select paste. Okay, so I have made a copy of activity 2 inside activity 1. So if you click or you open this activity 1, you see the name is activity 1 up here. Now check inside of it is what? Activity 2. That is what we did exactly. Let me minimize it, and let's also copy activity 3. Right click, you select copy, and then we go and paste it inside activity 1. So paste, then it goes inside. So let's come and check from here. Activity 1, now we have 2 folders inside activity 1. Okay, we don't use this to only copy folders, but any file at all you can copy and then paste it wherever you want. So let's copy activity 4. Okay, first of all, activity 4 we are not going to copy. I want to show you the difference between copy and paste. What we have done, we copied activity what? Was it 2 and 3? Okay, we copied activity 2 and 3 and then place them inside activity 1. A copy means make a duplicate. It means we left another copy. The original one is there, then we made a duplicate and put inside activity 1. But we have another terminology called cut and paste. If you want to cut, a cut doesn't leave a trace. A cut transfers the entire file into a new location. So you don't get another copy after you have cut this. For example, I want to cut activity 4 and paste it inside activity 1. So we just right click on activity 4. So you see it goes, with the copy. They are just next to each other. So I click on cut. So cut means I'm removing the entire thing, then I'm going to place it in a different location. So I right click on activity 1, then I click paste. Okay, so you see that activity 4 disappears. It disappears because I have cut it. Unlike copy, a copy will just make a duplicate and then place it in a new location. So let's open the folder again called activity 1, and we should see all the 3 activities that we have copied and also cut at the same time. We copied 2 and 3 and then we cut activity 4. So this will be the end of our lesson today. I hope you enjoy it. So you have the video and you can go over anytime. Encourage your young ones, your children, and then give them the PC so that they can learn at a pace that they are comfortable with. Thank you. Bye.